Donald Trump may be out of the White House, but the 45th American president is hardly ever out of the news. And this time round, he has a message for Vladimir Putin. And he's not bashing him for the war. Instead, he's asking the Russian president for help to dig up some dirt on Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. And this is what he had to say in an interview with Just the News. When asked about Hunter Biden's business dealings in Russia, Donald Trump said, and I quote him here, "I would think that Putin would know the answer to that. I think he should release it. I think we should know that answer." No one quite knows what these dealings are. These are business dealings of Hunter Biden, and no one at this point of time knows whether Moscow knows about it. But Trump, of course, is busy pushing forth his claims. It comes at a time when relations between Russia and the United States practically do not exist. Putin, for the United States of America under Joe Biden, is enemy number one. And the former president is asking him for help to gain domestically, politically. Now, this is not the first time that Donald Trump has asked Putin for help. In 2016, he'd made a public appeal to Russia, urging Vladimir Putin to hack Hillary Clinton's personal emails. It comes at a time when the Justice Department's investigation into the Hunter Biden case has gained steam. The probe began as early as 2018. This was over concerns of business activities in foreign countries, and reports had suggested that Hunter Biden had gained a lot of money for consulting work, especially those that he did in foreign countries, while his father, Joe Biden, was the vice president. Now, what is interesting is that Hunter Biden, the man that you're looking at on your screens, the son of the United States president, is yet to be charged with any crimes, and he has denied any wrongdoing. Let's now get you some updates from the Indian Ocean island nation of Sri Lanka that is facing nationwide 13-hour-long power cuts from today. And this comes as the economic crisis in Sri Lanka is expected to worsen even further. Now, the island nation is facing the worst economic spiral since independence in 1948. This has been sparked by a lack of foreign currency to pay for the most essential items of imports. Authorities have decided to extend 10-hour-long power cuts by another 3 hours, and therefore the people in Sri Lanka will have to put up with 13-hour-long nationwide blackouts. As a result, hospitals are running out of life-saving medicines. They're also suspending routine surgeries as well. And the biggest medical facility in Sri Lanka, the National Hospital, has said that it has stopped routine diagnostic testing. The country has been under severe electricity rationing since the beginning of this month. A hike in power outage was imposed because there is simply no oil to power the thermal generators. More than 40% of Sri Lanka's electricity is generated from hydropower, and officials say that most of the reservoirs have been running dangerously low because there have been no rains. Coal and oil are imported, but they are in short supply as Sri Lanka, under the incumbent Rajapakse government, simply hasn't got the dollars to pay for the suppliers. To make matters worse, the Sri Lankan main fuel retailer has now said that there will be no diesel available in the country for at least the next 2 days. It is the most commonly used fuel for public transportation, and Sri Lankans have been forming long queues for fuel in sweltering temperatures. People have been complaining about complete and utter government mismanagement. This is a crisis that they say the government has brought upon itself. People simply do not know as to how they'll be able to feed their families as food prices have skyrocketed. Local media has said that there has been widespread protests across the country. Protesters have been demanding for fuel for private vehicles. There are no reports at this point of time of any violence, but then hundreds of people and hundreds of motorists blocked main roads in several towns. Now, dozens of protesters demonstrated outside the central bank in Sri Lanka and Colombo. They're also demanding for the removal of the governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Ajit Cabral. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.